Hello, this is ResilanBearcat, and welcome to our Apollo Let's Play series of Dyson Sphere Program. We are picking up here in Dyson Sphere, and in the last episode we started building the proliferation. Now we do not have the proliferation running at the number that we're looking for yet. We're getting close though. That's 640. We are starting to get close to that 12 per second that we're looking for. We have energized graphite here coming in. I don't have all of it turned on. Part of the reason I'm not turning all of it on is if we look at our power chart, you can see that we're getting tight on power. So we want to get the Dyson swarm up, and so let's look at what it takes to get the Dyson swarm up. And the Dyson swarm, we've got the solar cells here. The solar cells are going to require graphene, which we're already producing, and photon combiners. Now the photon combiners are going to require glass and circuit boards, and we do not have glass or circuit boards being built, so we need to drop those down and start building some of those items. We've got some of them being built, but we don't have enough. We don't have them at scale. So those are the next things that we're going to do, is we're going to drop these things in as the glass and the circuit boards in and start producing those. Now, I am going to move a little bit into a different area for what I'm doing here, and just to kind of take a look around. This is my titanium here. Got a whole bunch of area in here where things are going. Let's see. Looks like there's silicon up there in the way. Looks like there's copper in the way over there, but I think I can get one of the items in right here, and then we can move up and get another one in. So let's actually do this. Starting out, let's see, we're going to need glass, and we're definitely not going to be producing 60 per second. But we're going to sneak this in here between these two items, and I do want to get it on the correct line. So let's see, that needs to be right there. Oops, right there. And I could move it back one more. I could get it in there, but no reason to get it that tight. And that is, there we go. That'll work. And we may run out of resources and have to go back and get some more items for building some of this stuff. But let's see, let's get some of this stuff out of here. Don't need those yet. Looks like we've still got enough of the other items. Might be running low on some of the smelters. And look at that, the storage is already, yeah, the load is already coming in. It's real. This will be local demand. Local and remote demand. These blueprints might be a little bit too big for the current time, and we may have to take some of these out, but I don't have to run them all. I can at least hook them up, and then we can just turn part of them on. And for this, I think I probably will. For the solar cells, we're not going to produce this much glass. I don't need that much glass. We'll see how much we need, and we'll turn on accordingly. Let's see here. There we go. There is our glass. That'll do us. That is enough glass to produce us for quite some time. This will produce 60 glass per second. We've got all this stone coming in. We got lots of stone being produced. So let's see here. We do not have the proliferators coming in, and that may be because we don't have drones in here. Let's see about getting some drones. We'll drop some drones in there. We'll drop some logistics vessels in there. And then local supply, remote supply. We will do local demand on these. Okay. And with that in place then, let's see. Where do I have the local supply, remote supply, local demand, remote storage? Oh yeah. That would be remote storage. Local demand, remote storage. Remote demand. And local supply. I'm going to increase that to be 600 of those. One is that's what a logistics vessel will take anyway. That way we've got stuff coming in. Okay, now with that in place, what I am going to do here, and we are going to have to work on some of these things here. I'm not going to turn on but one line of this, so we're going to make that 90. We need the proliferation to make it work. And this is going to be stone coming out of here, and this will produce glass. There we go. We have glass producing. And that'll come back over here as glass, as both local and remote supply. We'll put that to 50%. There we go. Okay. Now with that, check my power again. Oh, no. We're out of power. Alright, we may not build the major blueprints for this. We may get started on it and then increase what we're doing. So let's see what we can do about putting a little small facility in here. And this is going to be temporary. So I think I'm going to see if we can't slide it in here. Oop. Let's see. 10. I don't need but 10 of these things out at the time. Sort all that stuff. Alright, now then, let's see right here. Let's see if I can put in directly across from this, put this in here. And what we're going to need, let's go back into here. Oops, let's go to here, I mean. So what we're looking at is this right here. We need glass and we need circuit boards. Now we have circuit boards in other places. And we've got a blueprint here that'll produce 24 of those. We just don't have enough to build those blueprints. We've got to get some of this up and running. Maybe some of this will turn off sometime soon, and we'll get some of the other stuff going in here. Let's see, all of this is coming in here. So the carbon nanotubes, well, if it had, this should be local demand. And see, that's going to make the power go up. Let's turn off one of these. And for now, let's turn all these things off. Once we're up and running, we'll turn some of these things on, but right now, they're simply annoying. So we're going to turn off the alarms. This one's starting to get close, but we are going to turn it off. We're going to turn this one off. And we got one of those running. Okay, now we do have, that looks like a full, oh, there's the 720. Fail and no cargo. If it fails and no cargo, that's what we want. Now that is producing what I need. I've only got one line of this producing. That's good. Alright, now where's the other alarm at that's yelling at us? It's right there. Okay. And that is the energized graphite. We're going to turn that alarm off as well for the moment. It'll still be there. It's just not going to be giving us this annoying alert up here on our screen. Okay, we've got diamonds being produced. We've got energized graphite being produced. Alright, let's go in here now. We've got the carbon nanotubes being produced, and lots of them. And they are being proliferated. Okay, that's good. Alright, this right here needs to be proliferated. Local demand. It has no drones. That's why we're not getting any items here. So we'll put that in there. And then I guess we can do these items as well. And this is going to be local demand and remote storage. Okay. And I do have the proliferation now coming into it. Proliferation is there. Proliferation is coming in. Okay, very good. We are making the items. Of course, that means that as it's proliferated, the power situation gets worse. Ooh, we're on the border. So let's see what we can do about power. We've got a ring there, we've got a ring there. We've got another ring that we can put in the middle. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's see how many solar panels I have. Let's solve some of the power problems. We're not going to make much if we don't. So let's see. Planetary blueprints, we'll go to power. And we should have a temperate ring blueprint And if we come up here to the temperate ring, this right here is the temperate ring. But that blueprint doesn't go all the way around. Let's see what the tropic ring does. That looks like it's a better... Yep, that one looks like it goes all the way around. Or nearly all the way around. Let's see. Shift enter. Where is that? Alright, it's up there. Let's go put a ring down up here, and then we'll put another ring down. We'll see what we gotta do. We were one short here on this. And we want to place... Oh, because we're short on the items too. Okay, let's see what we got here. Our drones are going to do things. We're faster now. We can run faster. But it still will put them down faster than I can. It won't put them down fast enough for me to fly while I'm doing it. Oh, it skipped one there. Let's see. Let's put that there. Now, the nice thing about this planet is the surface is 100% buildable. Unlike some of the other planets where it's got ocean on it, this one has no ocean, so for production, this is a good place to do the production. After the last episode and before this episode started, we actually started putting down our... one of the things we started doing was putting down our... What are they called? We put miners on every single node in the on the starting planet. So we are harvesting everything on the starter planet. Now we don't have everything on this planet yet, but we will get there. Alright. We're going to leave that with a gap in between it. I think what we'll do is put a power pole here. I think I'll put one of these power poles. Stand beside it for just a moment. Get my power back up. Okay, good enough. That was just because of the items in there. Now we do, for some reason, have a gap in these. I don't know why there's a gap. Whoops. And that was bad aim. There we go. So we'll head on around the planet and get all these things in there. This should solve our power problem, our immediate power problem. Well, we hope it'll solve it. We can also put a ring of these things down around the other tropical ring. Let's see. We still got 215, so we have enough to do another ring of them if we need to, or if we want to. That solves the immediate problem on the power, so let's see what we can do about the other components that we need. I was going to put that in there, but I'm going to take that back out. Alright, so I have built in the glass that I need, and we're going back to these solar cells. I need photon combiners and graphene. I've got graphene, so I'm good on graphene. Everything's fine there. But the photon combiners require circuit boards and prisms. Now I'm building glass, so now I need to build the prisms. And let's see what we have, if we have a blueprint for prisms. I don't. And this is the fun part of doing some of this stuff is I have built a whole bunch of blueprints. I have not built every blueprint out there. This is a 3 for 2. I need prisms being built. And then from the prisms, I need the photon combiners. And in order to build this, this takes 2 every 3 seconds to produce 1. So that is going to be, I need 24 to produce 12. And then I need circuit boards. So let's put some of the smaller blueprints down that I have. Let's come in here, come into my mid game. And on my mid game, I don't have them on my mid game. Let's see, early mid game. Here we go. Interesting. I don't have a blueprint even for those there. Maybe an early game blueprint? No such luck. Okay, well, with the coils, the circuit boards, I need the circuit boards, so what we're going to do is we're going to come right in here. Oh, that just almost fits there. That is just... It's going to require copper and iron. Let's see, I'm going to turn this around. I think I'm going to put these up here in this section up here. So this will be... Let's see, I'm right there on the titanium. This little area right in here. So first things first, let's put in a tower. And I guess I'm going to have to bring in things from another planet. So let's put one of these towers in here. Let's now build. I would like to build at a bigger scale than what I'm doing here, but I just don't have the resources. I need 12 circuits per second. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this blueprint here, and I'm going to bring this. This is non-proliferated, but we have all kinds of iron. Actually, I don't think I have the iron ore. I've got iron ore coming in from other places, but I don't have the other things. Now, I don't have... Let's see, get rid of some of those, half of those back. Alright. Let's see here. Collide with other object. Well then, let's do it this way. We'll do the facilities. And I'll just drag that down through there and upgrade those. Okay, there we go. That probably produced more than 12 per second. That's okay. Now I'm going to need iron in order to make that. That is the part of this that kind of is interesting. As I'm bringing in iron ore from other places, but not iron ingots. So I'm going to need 2 of these. And I'm going to bring this here. You know something? I think I got a better blueprint for this. I do. I've got a 12 per second blueprint, so let's use it instead. There we go. And we will come back into here and 12 per second blueprint here. In fact, we're going to do it this way right here. Bring it down here as close to this as I can bring it, basically. This will work right here. We're going to put that in there, and then we are going to build us an interplanetary logistics system right here that brings in iron ore. And what we want to do is bring in iron. We want to do remote demand, and look at that, it is already, it's bringing it in. And then what we'll do right now, that's all I'm going to bring in here. We want to bring that right there like that. And then have it put those things in there. Okay, so that'll build the items that I want in there. And I don't really need 10,000 of these things. Let's just bring in 2,500. And then let's put in some of these drones here. And we will bring in space warpers. We're going to have space warpers all over the place. Local demand, remote storage. There we go. So that'll be iron ore. Now I need copper as well, and I don't have a whole lot of copper right now, so we're gonna, while I would love to build the things at a bigger scale, right now that is just not in the cards. So early mid game, we've got to get things up and running before we can do much else. So this right here is going to come in here. I'm going to basically mirror that. Okay, there we go. Don't leave that or that. We will leave those buffers in there. And we will bring in power right there. Okay, and then with that, we need iron ore, and we're going to bring in 2,500 of it as well. We will do remote demand, and it comes. Local supply. And we only want to use that if that's 50%. This is the iron. This is the copper when it gets here. Oh, iron's already here. That's my iron ore coming down here. And then it says it's 12 per second. I'm not sure I believe that. But let's do that right there. And then let's see, we'll bring that around like that. Only need 6 per second on that one. And then what I want to do is take that out of there and we'll let that hop over there and go right back in there. So that is going to be our circuit boards. And this right here is going to be, right now I don't need this to be interstellar. Let's take this back out. Let's do this as a planetary logistics system. Right here. And that's going to be circuit boards. And let's see. We'll put that in there. We'll tell it 50%. And that is a supply. That is our circuit boards. As that powers up, we now have the circuit boards that we need. Not really sure how many we're producing, but that's okay. Either way, we'll let that go and let those things roll out of here, and we'll let it produce as many as it'll take. Okay, with that in place now, then we've got circuit boards. We've got the other items that we need. I'm going back to what we need here on our solar cells. These photon combiners. Photon combiners will require circuit boards and glass. We got lots of glass. How much circuit boards are we producing here? This is going to produce it's going to produce two per second. So, and I've got 8 of them, so that's actually more. 6 of them would produce 12 per second. So I'm producing more than 12 per second if I was to fill them all up. That's filling up very rapidly. That's filling up very rapidly. Okay, so everything's good on that. We've got circuit boards overproducing it, and that's okay. I don't mind right now with the items that we have in there. So let's put down the blueprint for the photons. And I'm going to put this in line with this one right here. So it'll go in right there. And let's see, I think that's the right one. It should be on the 5th line from the item, and you can see the green line in the middle is on that line. It's lined up properly with the other one. There we go. Let's put this down. And let's drop some logistics vessels in here. And some drones. Oops, logistic vessels 100, drones 50. Alright, now this is going to require glass, circuit boards, and this is remote storage, and I'm only going to bring in 1,000 of this, 1,000 of that. Okay. That should be local demand on both of those. Look at that, that's just plowing through that. That's awesome. And then, and I think on that, let's tell it the drones to 100%. We'll bring the drones at it. I've been doing everything else 50. Oops, sorry, 50%. I don't have anything going off planet on this one, so I'm good on everything as far as that goes. Nothing going off planet for that, at least not yet. It will be going off planet though, because the item coming back in. It's the photons. I'm going to disable this. I don't want the alarm on right now. Once we get our Dyson Swarm up and running and we've got plenty of power, we will be turning those things on. Now we need prisms, and we don't have prisms. Let's see, the prisms are made as part of what I'm doing here. So see, I don't have to make prisms, that's the thing. I just need glass. So, with that in mind, I just want this right here to be glass. That's going to turn half of them on. And then that should turn on my photon combiners as well. Oh, now I also need proliferation. 500 of that. This will be remote storage. This will be local demand. There we go. We'll bring that out of there when it comes out. And then with that, we need circuit boards. And I believe then, once we got this in there, they should start building. Oh, look at that. We've got photons coming out of here. Awesome. And with the photons coming out here like that, the next phase of this is solar cells. And solar cells are going to be something that we build more than one of. So one of the things I'm going to do here is come in here. And we are going to come into my solar cell blueprint that I have. It produces a whole bunch of these little solar cells. In fact, I can get this thing in here. This is the correct line. And let's see. That's the correct line right there. Okay. There we go. Oh, what did it like? I can swear that's 1, 2, 3. It collides with something. What does it collide with? I don't know. Let's see what it doesn't like. Something didn't get built, and we will figure it out in a minute. This will produce a ton of solar cells. We're going to put no items on that right now. As we put more of these items in, we put our splitters in here. This was the whole point of this episode right here, was to build the solar cells and get our Dyson Swarm up. So we've got that running. There are 30 items that are not there. We are missing some of these. Okay, there we go. Well, we've got another item over there, an alarm that's on. Okay, with that in mind, what we want to do here is, I don't need that many of these. We'll pull in 1,000 of those, 1,000 of those. They are definitely going to be both remote demand and this. That's 500. That's going to be remote storage. That'll be local demand. We will drop some logistics vessels in. And some of those vessels, and that's going to be local demand. Local demand will demand that as well. Okay, with that in place then, with the photons coming in, we've got that running. Why is it not picking up items? Interesting. I would think that the photons were being produced here. They should be being produced here. They are being produced here. There we go. We will create those, and look at that, they're proliferated. Awesome. And we will also do warpers here, and I am going to bring that down to 100. This will be local demand, remote storage. But it is not requesting any. It means there are none available. Okay, with that, that'll be the end of this episode. We have our solar cells down. They're not producing yet. We'll come back in the next episode, and we're going to actually start building our ray guns and our ray receivers in order to build the Dyson swarm. That will be what's coming in the next episode. We are borderline on power again, so it's going to be touch and go until we get our Dyson swarm up and running. We'll be back. That is all for today's video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to hit the like button and leave a comment to let me know what you think. Please subscribe to the channel to be notified when new content is available, and check out the link shown here for more gameplay. Take care.